For this review, we've got the McFarlane DC Multiverse digital wave. I guess that's what they're calling these. We even have digital on the top. These are mostly, I'd say, repaints, kit bashes, but these are some very desirable looks for some figures. Especially these two guys, we get some like straight up classic versions instead of having like these hyper textured, hyper complicated costumes. The Batman's been released before, just in different colors. We'll show him off later as a comparison with the original. But you also get a digital code for a digital figure. We won't go into that, but it's cool that they're doing this. I guess this is a way to get people maybe aware or hooked into the NFT stuff that they're doing. I personally am not into the NFT stuff. I like, physically collecting figures, having them for display, but it's cool that they're doing this. There are people who are going to appreciate it. So as we see, they actually come with some decent accessories. Batman's got a Bruce Wayne face. Green Lantern has his lantern, some effects. Aquaman has an extra hand, and he's got a little dude in there with him, little water dude. For the back, I think they did some really nice stuff with the artwork. I do not know if this is existing or this is like commissioned. These two definitely look like some covers I've seen before. This one is a little Jim Lee like, but I don't know that Jim Lee did these. So the backs are pretty cool. On the side, there's nothing special. It's just call outs to the product names. There are no variants with these, so that's another plus. So this is pretty much it for this wave. So let's get the figures out of the package and take a look at them and do a few comparisons. Okay, so here they are out of the package. So far, so good. I do like these new colors for this Batman. They're very striking. Like the blue's it's got kind of a hint of gray in it, and it really pops with this gold trim and gray bodysuit. So we'll talk about Batman first. He's got a Bruce Wayne head. I'll do some close-ups later. He's got a Batarang. He doesn't really have a hand to hold it because he's got a trigger hand for his grappling gun. I guess you can make him hold it, but this is a grappling gun hand. Really nice grappling gun. This piece is not removable, so don't try to pull it out because you're gonna tear the plastic up. But gold paint looks really nice. Out of the box, he has a fist and a open kind of splayed hand, and then he's got the trigger hand and the other fist for the other side. He's got a really nice file card. Same artwork that's on the back of the packaging. And then he's got a nice little bio there. And then these digital cards, they have like a scratch off. So you scratch it off, and I guess you go to McFarlane.com and punch in the code. This is where the variant saga comes in with these figures. There's different NFT figures. So you aren't necessarily going to get a specific one with a specific figure. Each figure, I think, has 3 possible variants. So there you go. If you're big into NFTs, you're going to be excited about that. And if not, it's just something extra. Maybe you can give these to somebody or sell them or whatnot. Next, we've got a Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Out of the package, he's got fisted hands. He's got some good energy effects, kind of your typical fireball effect. He's got a lantern. The handle is fixed, and he's got a hand. This is kind of a trigger hand. I don't know whose hand this is stolen from, but as you can see, it's kind of a trigger hand, and it's pretty stiff. Probably a good idea to heat it up before trying to manipulate it, but you can get on there, and now he's got a hand that he can hold the lantern with. And then he's got another left hand that's splayed. So lots of options for him. And he's got a card that looks like his box art, and then a nice bio on the back. So I'm not sure whose body this is. It might be similar to the one they use for Flash. It is smooth versus the recent John Stewart that had like a texture over the suit. So for people who like the classic look, you're gonna love this. And then finally we have Aquaman. He comes with two different heads. Both of them are kind of like swirly-ish, like I'm in the water type heads. One is grinning, one is stoic. He's got a figure of, I think his name's Quist, something like that. He's a interdimensional imp. I don't know if he's related to Mixoplix or if that's something different, but same kind of character concept. He's like a nuisance. He comes in and causes trouble. He does have a bit of articulation. His arms move up and down. They're on a kind of an angle. The head at the base of the neck turns. These legs swivel at the top of the hip. He is, rubbery. And out of the package, he may not stand very well, but you can heat him up and fix those legs. I had to do some creative stuff to try to, I just kind of like bend the legs a little bit, and then he stands up pretty good. Um, and as you see, he comes with a trident. He's got, and he's got two sets of flat hands, so you can have, the kind of swimming through the water type look. Um, I am pretty sure this is reused. This looks like some of the other Aquaman that have come out in the past. So this body type has been around for a while. Okay, so that is the figures in general. So let's do some quick comparisons. I'm trying to move some of these accessories out the way. So here's our two Batman versions. That's one thing about the McFarlane figures. They always have some weird stuff going on with the ankles. Why that is. So it kind of seems like the heads are different. They look different. I'm just trying to see if it's something about the way the paint is applied. But no, the ears are a little bit different. It's I don't know, it might be an optical illusion. It's I don't know. They like just in general appearance, the heads look different. The bodies are definitely the same. They're exactly the same. You know, his eyes look a little bit more beady. His face is like more skin showing, but it could just be way that this is painted. But I think, yeah, there is the where the mask and the skin is separated. There's a sculpt line, so it's sculpted that way. I don't know. It could just be the eyes, because maybe the eyes are painted smaller on the original. I think that's what's happening. And the way the paint is applied is a little different on the mouth. Like this one, the black comes further into that sculpt line, and on this one, the blue is kind of like on the outside of the sculpt line. Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, so how? Let's see. Here we have him with John Stewart, and John Stewart's got the textured body, and Hal does not have the textured body. Um, it would have been nice if John had the non-textured body, and maybe it was something weird like these were both manufactured at the same time, and they didn't have this mold to use. I don't know. Um, let's look at him and the Flash. This was from the Cyborg wave. And this makes me think these are the same bodies. I'm pretty certain these are the same bodies. Yeah. Let's take a look at the back. Yep, I think that's the same body. Obviously the boots a little bit different. Um they had to do different well, they didn't have to necessarily do different thing with the forearms because the lightning bolts are painted. Yeah, that's the same body. So that's where he comes from. Yeah. All right. And then Aquaman. I don't have a classic Aquaman. I mean, a classic looking Aquaman. I do have the Justice League one that I reviewed recently, so we'll just kind of show these two to kind of show an evolution of this character. We went from classic to this kind of crazy, hardcore look, probably very inspired by what was going on with X-Men in the 90s. And this is clearly what the DCU cinematic Jason Momoa look kind of comes from. So there you go with him. Okay. So overall, very good release. Especially you get two classic characters. And if you're into the classic stuff, this is something you can check off your list, and you're close to being complete. The Batman, who doesn't like Batman? We can have 20 million Batman figures and people still keep buying Batman. So makes a lot of sense for them to throw Batman in here. You would think they would have used this wave to include the black and gray Nightfall Batman, because he would have looked really nice in this set. But whatever. I'm still glad to get this version of Batman. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and tune in to more videos coming up. Thank you.